So this is also a common question I get on a pretty regular basis. I've been doing this for a long time. I got a lot of clients, and I'll have a consultation call with a client, and they'll say, "Well, I already have an LLC set up for my existing business, and I want to start a new business doing X, whatever X is." And they'll ask me, "Should I run all of my new business activity through my old LLC, or should I create a new LLC for this new business activity?" So, a little bit like the previous question when we discussed should you register an LLC at the beginning of starting a business, this is similar to that in the sense that if you are only like sticking your toe in the water and you just want to see, let's see if it sells, let's see if it doesn't, and you're not really fully committed to it, yeah, okay, maybe run it through your existing LLC just for a little while since you kind of already have some infrastructure in place there with bank accounts and merchant accounts, Stripe accounts, PayPal, that sort of thing. Maybe run it through there. But just like the other example, if you put a lot of time, energy, and effort into starting this business, building a website, building some software, getting some agreements in place with suppliers, ordering inventory, creating an Amazon seller account, creating a Shopify store, whatever you're doing, if you're going to put all that energy and effort into it, create the second LLC for the new business. You don't want to run them together. First of all, from a liability standpoint, you don't want to aggregate that risk across both of your businesses. So if you have a problem, a legal action against one of your businesses and both of them run through the same entity, you're exposing the income and the assets of both businesses since they're under one umbrella entity. So you don't want to do it for a legal reason, from a liability standpoint. Also, from an accounting standpoint, you want to keep the accounting records separate between those two businesses because you want to know which one's making money, which one's losing money, where the money's going. You don't want to later find out a year later that one of them's been losing money all along and the good business has basically been funding the bad business. Okay? So you want to keep the accounting records separate. And then also, if one of those businesses blows up and you decide to sell it, your buyer a year or 2 or 5 years in the future is going to want to have a clean set of bookkeeping records for the business he's buying. And so you don't want to have to say, well, for the first 2 years, I ran them under one entity and we just need to extract out the income and expenses from that, because that complicates and muddies up the waters on your accounting records. So it's better to keep them separate from day one in that case. So there's a lot of reasons you want to keep them separate. But generally, if you're starting a business with the intent to make it successful, create a new entity for that business and don't commingle those assets.